everyone, welcome to the next video for Anime Hotline, where everything and everyone is hot as blood dropping from the human body. Today we're gonna talk about the most brutal anime series. Be prepared for some juicy titles. But first, I just want to remind you that to support our channel you need to smash the like button, subscribe to see more news like this, and click that notification bell so you won't miss any of the hottest videos in the future. Let's start, shall we? Number 10. Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul is an anime about human-eating ghouls, often in a spray of blood. One of the most shocking scenes was when Kaneki Ken got captured and tortured by Jason. As Kaneki has regenerative capabilities, Jason can easily just take pieces off over and over again. While the solid 20 minutes of screaming is pretty hard to watch, a lot of the good gore happens off-screen, which is why it ranks so low. Aside from that, this anime is really brutal, but remember, the manga is even better. Number 9. Higurashi When They Cry. Higurashi is famous for its creepy girls and shocking violence against them. However, there is nothing that constitutes as a multi-death gore fest that you get to watch, yet that doesn't mean it isn't brutal. One of the most violent moments in the entire series is when Rika viciously stabs herself in the throat. This anime is crazy. By the way, the sequel of this title is already available to watch. Number 8. Another. Another is using a very classic tricks to make people focus more on what are they actually watching. Just when it starts to get boring, it throws a brutal death just to keep you interested. However, near the end, these students find out that to prevent horrible deaths in their class, they need to kill the already dead students, something that ends up resulting in the majority of their deaths anyway. Not only are they scrambling to kill one student in particular, but the building also catches fire to add some urgency to the situation. Essentially, it just goes full-on battle royale until things are resolved. Number 7. Corpse Party. As a result of the ritual, a group of friends wake up in an old, dilapidated school. It turns out to be a place haunted by the ghosts of brutally killed children. The life of the students turns into a nightmare of struggle for their survival. This anime includes scenes with a lot of blood, guts, torture, and above all, killings. There's also a game with a full corpse party story. Number 6. Blood Sea. There are a lot of tough and gory enemies in Blood Sea, but none more delightfully murderous and the starving Elder Baron. It looks like a cute bunny, but it can multiply as much as it pleases and can morph its limbs at will. Number 5. Elfen Lied. It was considered pretty brutal, and that became apparent in the very first episode that featured the main female lead busting out of the compound that had kept her prisoner. Not only did she decimate any guard on her path with her invisible force powers, but when they were out of range, she started throwing objects at them to great effect. Perhaps one of the most brutal moments was when she decapitated the clumsy comic relief secretary before she even realized what happened, picking up her headless corpse and using it as a bullet shield. While the mass murder of the many guards in the facility was glorious, it was not the only meeting moment in the show. Number 4. Berserk. It isn't famous to those who first got into Berserk by watching the 1997 anime. Berserk is fairly violent, but it is practically mild compared to the persistent violence of other animes on this list, right up until the last 2 episodes. The world literally goes to hell as Griffith, in his useless post-brutal torture form, summons the power of the Behalite and commands to use demons to sacrifice his beloved comrades so that he may be reborn as a demon. Number 3. Gans. Gans is notorious for its bloody and occasionally unexpected deaths. One of the most shocking moments comes when one of the team's most deadly alien foes gets disguised as Kanon, the goddess of mercy. Not only does she have many swords and arms to vary them, but she fires deadly lasers and spits acid. Just when 2 members of this particular team end up realizing their love, viewers are left with the shocking image of them kissing after losing the bottom bits of their bodies to acid. Of course, that is not the only shocking death to come from this alien. As shocking as it is still a shame that the Shinjuku Station massacre from the manga never got animated. Now that would be a true gore fest. Number 2. Shigurui. Shigurui has too many brutal moments, from the bean spitting technique used on nipples to watching a crippled swordsman fight a blind swordsman. It is easily the most violent samurai anime you will ever watch. What makes its brutality particularly devastating is that it's actually firmly rooted in actual human psychology, which makes it pretty realistic in terms of your usual anime violence. Number 1. Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing features real vampires that rip out throats in a vicious spray of blood before shooting someone else right in their face. Almost every episode of Hellsing Ultimate is a bloodbath, so there is not one scene that is more brutal than the others, except for maybe when one of the characters you enjoyed dies horribly, but that too happens quite often. And what do you think? Which anime would you add to this list? Let us know in the comments below. That's all we have for you today. Just to remind you, if you enjoyed watching this video, then leave a like and subscribe to our channel. It will boost us to make more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Anime Hotline. Bye bye!